Let's now look at some worrying statistics from the fire service. And 5 deaths and 31 injuries have been recorded in 1,455 fire outbreaks between January and March this year. Domestic fire topped the list with 522 outbreaks. To curb this trend, the Ghana National Fire Service will, from June this year, inspect every home for fire certificates. And I have here with me Prince Billy Anaglate, and he is the National PRO of the Ghana National Fire Service. Good afternoon, sir, and thanks so much for your time. These are worrying statistics.
Well, if you look at it...
January to March?
Yes, exactly. But if you look at it in isolation, of course, yes, it looks worrying. But if it's compared to last year, the same period, you will realize there is a decrease, a cut down in the number of fire outbreaks that we had. Unfortunately, if you look at the nature of fires, like you rightly stated, domestic fires outnumbered all the natures of fires that we have. Almost taking about half of the total, number of fires that occur within the first quarter of this year. It is in line with that. The fire service is doing everything possible to reduce, at least, if not to eliminate fires in general. So just in December last year, if you look at our LI 1724 fire precaution premises regulation 2003 was actually silent on domestic fires. Okay. So enforcement of any law into domestic fires was actually difficult for the fire service. That was how the nature of fires is only domestic has outnumbered the rest. But December we were able to make amendments to the LI 1724. Now it's been extended to domestic fires. That's how come June, everybody's under every obligation to ensure that you also put in safety measure in your home.
I want us to, we will come back to the fire safety certificate, but let's look at this. 140 electrical fire outbreaks were recorded. We know that, we know what causes electrical fires aside. So what causes electrical fires apart from the power fluctuations?
Well, there are several factors responsible for electrical fires. One, overage electrical wires, switches, sockets. The second one is the way we ourselves we handled electrical gadgets. Okay. The way we use them. People use electrical gadgets, some of them overnight, and as they are leaving their homes for work, they leave all those ones on, like the fans, the air conditioners. They are not supposed to be on to a certain level, so you use it over the night. Those that are not supposed to be on, it is necessary you turn them off, but we do not. So apart from the old wires, switches to socket, the usage, the way you use them, we also have substandard electrical wires, switches to sockets in the market. Okay. No matter their age, they can be very new. You still have some of them getting involved in fires because they lack the standard. The last thing that I will mention is about we engaging unqualified electricians to work for us, that they are not able to determine the level of the cable, which type of cable that are supposed to be used for air conditioning, which one goes for lighting system. So they mix these wires. But if you are looking at current that is passing through those resistance, which is the cable, they will definitely produce heat. So if you are using a wrong cable for a higher consuming current gadget, then definitely you are only setting up a system that will be very good recipe for fire outbreak. Well,
so let's look at bushfires, and we know cases recorded during the first quarter was 285. How does this compare with 2016?
Yes, the bushfires, as you say, that of course, with 2016, what we have now actually is higher than the 2016, what actually we had. It was because of the level of the severity of the Harmattan. The Harmattan actually was a bit, in existence within even the period that it was supposed to go off. We were still having the dry wind, and it was because of the dry wind that actually been responsible for some of these fires. So since the Harmattan was still in existence, and the people recklessly at times, especially our farmers, it is said severally that do not cook on your farm. Do not use the fire.
It's done
yes,
every
to
now
burn.
and then.
Yeah, they do it, and recklessly they leave the remnants of the fires that they use on the farm that has also been.
Let's look at the certificates. You know, it came up somewhere last year. Was it that the fire service wasn't able to enforce the law? So now it has come to a point that you think that people must, it's a must. And what would you do to people who do not get fire certificates? Yes. And even how easy is it to get that fire certificate?
It is very easy, but let's get back to the nature of fires. You know, it wasn't difficult for fire service to enforce the law. If you look at the statistics, industrial fires form the lowest of the natures of fire. Why? Because we are able to enforce the LI 1724 deeply into the industry and into commercial premises. That was how they are within. But like I stated earlier on, because the LI 1724 was silent on domestic fires, that was how we had that big level of it. So yes, previously people who flouted the LI 1724, there have been situations where we locked down their premises, closed down those premises. We have evoked or has, you know, taken their certificates from them. We've taken some of them to court for failure to meet the standard. Some of them, yes, receive jail terms. Some of them both fine and jail terms together.
But so we're talking about our homes, you know.
Yeah, so homes, we can't lock up the home.
Exactly, so it's going to be complicated
so you can easily be taken to court. Yes, for failure to meet the standard. But the good news behind that is, with our assessment, critically we saw that with the homes, people find it difficult to purchase those firefighting facilities like extinguishers and early detection and warning system. That have been the difficult aspect of people. When you ask them, they say it's expensive. I wonder how you can equate your life to purchasing of those things to protect your life. However, the good news is that the fire service, looking at the problem on the ground, has been able to partner a public company, and that they will supply those equipment for free, so that at least we will be able to ensure that since it is free, you are under every obligation to ensure that you meet the standard. Thanks
so much for coming to talk to us on this particular issue. We are so grateful to you. I have been speaking with Prince Billy Anaglate. He is a national PRO for the Ghana National Fire Service.